everybody, ChiCardDave here with another episode of House of Cards. Today we've got an 11 card SGC reveal, order we sent in a couple weeks back, featuring some 1980s baseball, some modern baseball, and a few AEW cards from the National 2 years ago when it was here in Chicago. Without waiting any longer, let's get into the reveal and take a look at our grades. Okay, here we go. The wonderful SGC tuxedo packaging. Let's get into it here. Get it opened up. Cut through. And let's see what we got here. Again, first time. Did not look at these grades when they came through. We're going to take this. Well, we'll use this as our backdrop. There we go. And then, yeah, let's get after it here. Let's get to our first card. Kind of have our little stand set up here. And our first card, not cooperating, is a Wyatt Langford from the Topps Chrome update. Image variation, good looking card. Excited to see what we get here. And our reveal is a 9.5. So pretty happy with that. Nice clean card. I don't know if we'll get any 10s. I'm not really familiar or up with the grading criteria or how stringent they are. I had sent a previous order in for the Topps to SGC. It was the Topps Now special. And I got all but one card came back as a 10. So I'm not really sure what to expect. This is a different variety of cards that we've sent in here. So, I mean, we could have some lower numbers here, especially on some of the older cards. This newer stuff, I'm hoping for 9.5s or maybe even a 10. I would be real happy with a few 9.5s. Okay, our next card up is a 2023 Bowman Draft. This is a gold numbered to 50 of Max Clark. As you know from some of my previous reveals, big Max Clark collector and fan. I think the kid's going to be a good ball player for the Detroit Tigers, and excited to see. This is a really nice clean card. Again, numbered to 50, a first Bowman gold for Max Clark, and we have a 9.5. That's a beauty right there. That pretty happy with that score. Would have been great to get the 10, but to get a gold refractor first card for Max Clark, 9.5 SGC, pretty cool. So 2 cards in, two pretty good scores there. Next card is going to be from 1989 Upper Deck. We opened a box of high numbered 1989 Upper Deck cards. I've since opened up a low numbered box as well and got quite a few, got much better results that we'll document at a later time. But I did send a few of these cards in. They were kind of the second tier of cards. I sent a handful into PSA. So it'd be interesting to see the grading differentials, but these are a couple of pretty well-known rookies, good names. The first of which is Sandy Alomar Jr., which is a star rookie card for him. And again, 1989, pretty well centered. And we got an 8. But an 8 for the 1989 Upper Deck. Really nice. I mean, for some of the results that, if you remember in episode 2 of us opening that high numbered box, which was just, it was feast or terrible famine. Nice, clean, well centered card. I'm happy with an 8 on a card that's 35 years old. We'll take that 8 on the Sandy Alomar Jr. See if we can get that one to stand up. There we go. So those are the top three by default. Card number 4, another 1989 Upper Deck. This was a high numbered card that we got out of the high numbered box. Actually, Joe Girardi, a rookie card from his Cubs days. Again, you'll see a little off centered on the back and I think on the front as well. Put that in the frame there, and you can see just a little off centering top and side. But overall, a card I thought was in really good condition. A little off centered on the front. You can see, and we got another 8, which again for an '89 Upper Deck, I'm pretty happy with that. And that's a pretty cool rookie card, and an SGC 8 for Joe Girardi. We'll put that one off on the side for now. This is our third card from the 1989 Upper Deck pull, which is a Tony Gwynn. Now this one, there's definitely some centering issues on the back, and I can't recall. Looking at my notes, I don't have anything actually on the front. I thought it was a well-conditioned card. That let's see what kind of grade we can get here, and another 8. So the 1989 Upper Decks, as good of a conditioned card. I think there were some centering issues. You're looking at 3 SGC 8s. Not particularly, hey, you would love to have a 9, 10, but we'll take, for a first attempt at sending it in to see where these cards would lie. And we'll probably bring these cards back once we get our PSA cards back from the 1989 set. There are boxes that we opened, and we'll take a look and run a comparison. But another card, I'm going to take Sandy Alomar Jr. off our middle stand and put up Tony Gwynn, San Diego Padre, legend. And we may replace them. I replace one of these here, maybe the Tony Gwynn, for another Tony Gwynn. This is a 1983 rookie for Tony Gwynn. You'll see on the back, definitely some centering issues, but this was of all the kind of the star players from 1983, Sandberg, Boggs, and kind of that group with Gwynn. This was definitely, I thought, one of the better conditioned cards that I had. I did have a Sandberg Topps that came back, PSA 8, but it'll be interesting to see. This is the corners on this are pretty sharp, and most of my Fleer, Donruss, even some of my Topps collection from this time, the early 1980s, a lot of soft corners. Just didn't have the know-how or the knowledge of how to store cards and what the hobby would be today in 2024. So we'll take a look here, and we got a 9. You can see definitely some centering issues, but outside of the centering, it's a really, really clean card. Really sharp corners, and really happy with it, with that grade. That I wasn't really sure. I thought it was going to be a pretty good score, and I was right. Very happy. It'll replace our 1989 Upper Deck Tony Gwynn. I took the stand and everything. So let's get that back there. Let's put Tony up on the center stage. Gotta love that. Little SGC 9, Tony Gwynn rookie. Yeah, real pleased with that. Great looking card. Really happy with that score. Our next is a 1987 Donruss Rickey Henderson. The 87 Donruss is, of course, the has the black border. Super tough cards. to grade out, but I felt that this Henderson in Yankee pinstripes was worth sending in to SGC, especially with the packaging. I thought with the tuxedo black border, this would make for a pretty good looking presentation at least. And the borders were pretty good. They're pretty solid black. Not like you see in a lot of the 87 Donruss cards where you definitely have that whiting. So take a look, and we got an 8. Definitely centering issues on this card. I was hoping that that would be the only item, but you can see the corners and edges for the most part are pretty clean. Pretty happy with the overall appearance of the card. A little disappointing to get the 8, but again, it's what, 37-year-old card. I can't be displeased with the 8. And again, pretty cool presentation, I think, altogether with the black border and Ricky wearing Yankee pinstripes. So, well, 87 Donruss. We'll stay over on the side there. Now we flip over. Forgot that I had put this card in. This is a Panini Prism, a select WWE card of Sami Zayn. I had picked this up on eBay, relatively inexpensive, a 5 of 10, which is it's a cool looking card, and hopefully we can grab a good number on it, and we got a 9, but you can see pretty cool. Sammy, a big star, big Canadian star with the flag and the gold wave prism look on the card. Super cool card, and pretty pleased with that 9 right there. I'm a big wrestling fan, and hopefully we get into some other wrestling stuff outside of what we have in this order. But figured it was worth a shot to see what we could get on that. Again, 5 of 10 on the Gold Wave Prism with a score of 9 on the SGC grading. So that's pretty cool. Next, we have 2. I had mentioned in the intro 2 AEW cards that I got, that my daughter Lindsay actually got for me, from the 2023 National when it was here in Chicago, and it's the Iconic Entrances that Upper Deck put out there, featuring the first one, one of the bigger stars of AEW, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and we're hoping that I was just interested to see. I did not think that sending these into PSA. I did see some flaws. Again, a card that probably as much for the casing as much as anything, would make for a cool look, and an 8.5. It's a pretty cool little series. The Iconic Entrances, as you'll see in the next card as well. Yeah, would have been great to get maybe the 9 on this, but there were definitely some flaws around the edges and on the corners, and I think some surface issues as well. But 8.5 on the Iconic Entrances for MJF. The next is as actually an auto card. I was not expecting to get a grade on the autograph. If I'm being perfectly honest, pretty weak effort from Chris Jericho, barely scribbling what appears to be a C and a J. So I wasn't looking for the grade. Again, I probably more for the presentation of the card than anything, and there are some noticeable border issues here as well. So I was really hesitant, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a lower number. I'm hoping nothing lower than an 8, but I would not be shocked to see maybe even a 7 on this card. And as I really went back and forth, and I think took it in and out of the order a few times, before finally saying, "What the heck? We'll send it in. We'll see what we get." So drum roll, please. Let's hope we got an 8. As you can see, the autograph actually off the sticker. Not even sure what initials we're using there. We were thinking it might have been his old Y2J, or a combination. Maybe he got caught somewhere in the middle, but certainly nothing that really would say Chris Jericho. But again, pretty cool card, nice display. You can see up on the top, definitely some issues up on that top border, and along the sides over here. But nice packaging, and makes for a nice display. Probably one that just stays in my PC anyway, as I'm a big Jericho fan, and always have been. So, and now we're down to the last card. Last card is a Jackson Merrill, which would be a sky blue refractor, if I'm remembering correctly. And this would be 2023 draft, if I'm not mistaken, which would actually be his first card. That's actually him, since his first card, as we discovered, wasn't actually a picture of Jackson Merrill. So this was a pretty cool second card, official second card, first of Jackson Merrill himself. And again, from 2023 draft, it's one of these sky blue refractors, not numbered, but a pretty cool looking card that, I don't know, pretty clean. Will we get our first 10, or I'm hoping at minimum a 9.5? And we got the 9.5. Really cool, sharp card. I was trying to get as many as that. Yeah, just a little fuzz there. So a good finish to the runner-up for the National League MVP. Nice clean card. Not numbered. The sky blue refractors aren't numbered cards, just inserts. But pretty cool. Nice clean. 9.5 SGC. So overall, we got the 3 9.5s, which hard to take the Tony Gwynn. In fact, we'll leave the Tony Gwynn up there. I'm sure Jackson Merrill, as Padre, would understand. Really, I'd have to say that these would be my top 3 cards of the poll. We got the Wyatt Langford Topps Chrome Update variation image at 9.5. The Tony Gwynn 1983 Fleer rookie card at a 9. And Max Clark first Bowman from Bowman Draft Gold, numbered to 50. But overall, for the first kind of all baseball submission from SGC, pretty happy with the overall grades. Nothing lower than an 8, no 10s, but 3 9.5s and a super 9 on the 83 Fleer Tony Gwynn rookie. As always, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, hit like and subscribe down below. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon.